Oh, hi, Crystal. I didn't add myself to the show. How are you doing? I've been talking to you for about 5 minutes now. Okie doke. Well, that's an interesting start. So I was saying to you, Crystal, you can ask questions about anything: spirituality, the spirit world, remote viewing, mud fossils, energy, the sun. I'm up for anything right now. And if you wanted to come up and have a chat, there's the link. We went from 2 to 1. It's a great show. That's the wrong pipe. I had just there it is. I find my little pipe. I just cleaned it out. Hey, Groove, how you doing? So you guys can come up and chat if you want. If you have any questions, you can type them in chat. This is questions and maybe some answers. No guarantee on the answers. Bacon, eggs, and no toast. Oh, and toast. Okay. Thought you said no toast. That's a decent dinner. Lunch, breakfast, pretty much anything. Let's grab my pipe and so today we're smoking some. I don't know what it's called. I think it's purple monkey or something. Something monkey, orange monkey, orange monkey. That's it. So we got some orange monkey. We got some Jagermeister, and we have some root beer. Jager and root beer, pretty good mix. We'll add a little bit more. Get my party going. I don't know about your party. Groove will be along soon after he eats, I guess. I had Mary Brown's chicken tonight. It was pretty good. I like Mary Brown's. See if anybody's come up. Nope. So we'll just keep drinking and smoking until you guys come up with some questions or comments or want to come up. It's okay. I'm a patient guy. I can wait. I'll just play on my phone while you guys are thinking. I am enjoying listening to the frequencies, though. It's been an exhausting day. Been no energy. Yeah, Jagermeister. Yeah, we got the Jager. Yeah, I don't know why they come up with these names. You know, really, it sounds like the Meister of barfing. You know, Jager. Sorry, Jagermeister. That's what your name sounds like. It's got 56 herbs in it, apparently. 58, 56. Bacon, eggs, toast, and some Jager. That'll be a good morning. What time is it for you there, Groove? Hey, Desert Rose. How you doing? I will barf guaranteed. Yeah, I have the same experience with amaretto. I did an amaretto stint, and one day, it's 7 here, and yeah, I cannot drink amaretto anymore. Has to be severely diluted. Central Standard, yeah, I'm on the eastern block of the FEMA region here. Been interesting news in Canada. Twins, wow. Are they like relatives, or is this like work for you? $6:05. Your great granddaughter. Wow, really? That's amazing. You don't often see that. My daughter got to see her great grandmother, but she was far too young to remember her. She was only about 3 when she died. Just doesn't remember her really. Remembers kind of faint glimpses, but that's about it. 4 generations. That's impressive. And there's Max. Hi. You feeling better? People have been, hey, Temperance, how you doing? He's been grumpy over the past few days, just like everybody else has been. Been a lot of heightened emotions lately. Uh, yeah, there's reasons for that. Your mom, wow, that's impressive, Desert Rose. Good to see you, Temperance. So we're just chatting. As I say, there's stone questions and maybe some answers if we can come up with some. Hey, Donnie, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing well. Been really sleepy the past few days, though. They've been hammering on us with, in my area, it's a power level consistent with causing emotional distress in people. 68, just yeah, see, it's sitting there right at 68. Stats here. You can see all the 68s. It's not that easy to see, but it's in there. There you go. No, there's other factors, of course. The stress they're putting on us. There's people's health can affect their mood. There's all kinds of things. Could be even mood, differences in pressure, differences in humidity. We're pretty sensitive creatures. But the main factor seems to be the increase in electricity in the air. Cooling down, they claim that there's a mild correlation between flus and a drop in humidity. I was willing to look at the different sides of things. Thank you for that, Desert Rose. That was fun. I have looked at sunspot activity. Um, Never, no, me neither. It's been a couple days now that everybody's not just here, not just me. I go to other platforms and people are complaining. People are moody. People are tired, and it's not just one thing. No, there's always multiple factors, but they've been really pushing this hard right now. Yeah, can't say it's one thing, but that does seem to be the major factor. Yeah, I had to drag my ass around today. I could go to sleep right now. It wouldn't be much of a problem. I could lie down right now and go right back to sleep. I thought I'd talk to you guys and try to avoid that, though. That was my plan. You guys got to liven me up here. I'm putting it all on you. It's all your fault if I get tired. So I'm going to blame you. Has nothing to do with the EMFs. It's all you. Nah, this is different, you know? Yeah, there could be planetary things that cause people to be tired as well. Uh, there are many factors. There's things. There's always the unknown, which we don't know. It could be energies coming from different things. Uh, who knows? But how are you doing, Teresa? You full of energy and zip today? I hope you are, because I'm not. I'm all burnt out. I was dragging my ass all week long too. Something isn't right. Don't know why, but I don't feel right. Yeah. No, Teresa too. Not quite. Interesting. Want to come up, Teresa? Have a chat? I myself blame radiation. There are other factors that could be causing it that maybe we're not thinking of. But on such a broad scale, I don't think it's anything that anybody personally is doing. You did leaf blowing. That can make you tired, especially if you're doing like oak leaves. Oak leaves have a pollen on them that will make you kind of sleepy. It's kind of neat. Did leaf blowing. Right on. Sure. Sounds great. Take your time. REM sleep or the band's aura, REM sleep routine. Yeah. Yeah, if they're messing, I haven't been sleeping as well as I usually do over the past few nights. I've actually gotten up to go to the bathroom a couple of times, and that's not. Yeah, I got you. uh, I don't usually get up since I've started playing frequencies at night, and I have metal sheets that protect me when I sleep. I haven't usually gotten up at night. I usually sleep right through, but the past couple nights I have. Check something on here. Check those readings that I was showing you. So let's go to Friday. See what Friday had to hold for us. You can go into each day and pull up the stats for it. So can you see that? No. Okay. Okay. So that's a little better. There we go. So you can see all the red in the areas of sleep time. Let's go to the. I don't think I have Saturdays. Let's go back. That was Friday. No, I don't have Saturday yet. Hasn't come up. It'll take till midnight for that to come up. But you could see that they were hitting us hard at night. Okay. The day before, no, there wasn't much. But then again, I've been thinking if they're advancing with their technology, they could be advancing the frequencies they're using. A lot of these things could be caused by dirty electricity from our regular wiring in the house. Been waking up at 3 a.m. I beg those stairs. Been waking up at 3 a.m. for 2 months, no matter what I take to sleep. Wow. Huh. Do you have any disposable income, Desert Rose? I would suggest buying metal sheets or a grounding blanket. Either or would probably help. Has anyone tried any of those weighted blankets? I've heard good and bad reviews about them. I've heard it can be like just having a bear lie on top of you or something. No matter what, eh? Yeah, I don't usually have to take anything to sleep, which is has been nice. But I'm. It's just been the past, I'd say, few nights that I've been waking up, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. 2 months, eh? Let's take a look back and see what they've been doing. Have you downloaded this app, the ElectroSmart Desert Rose, to your phone? Do you have a smartphone? Everyone should get this because it'll keep track of what's going on in your area. I've been using it for, gosh, I guess almost 4 years now. And I used it to, doesn't work, eh? What kind of protection stuff have you gotten? 3 a.m. is a different story. There's a message coming for you. Could be. Yeah, that would, if it's a message from the ether or another dimension, if you want to call it that. Yeah. Never went above 58, eh? Don't have Wi-Fi by me or smart meters. Nice. You're lucky. 58 would be a nice reading to live in or below. See, in my area, to find, it's got 3 different colors on the chart. It's got red, yellow, and green. And I saw in the past 2 years one bar that was green. The rest of the time, it's all yellow and red. I never get into a green area. I don't live in a green area. Wow. I wish I lived where you do. I would feel so much better. But they're getting you too, it seems. See, with your area, like you live in a city, obviously, yes? Desert Rose? Or a town? People must be getting sick at certain times of the year and stuff like that, the same as everywhere else. Do you need the link again? Hey, Circle K. Yeah, didn't help, eh? Wow. Yeah, I got these shirts because every year the fall would come around and I would start to feel sickly for the whole season. Like from beginning, September, October, somewhere in that area, November. I would be run down and achy. And there's Teresa.
Hey,
How you doing?
good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah, I was blowing leaves 2 days in a row,
That's quite a workout.
and
Yeah.
it was kind of a mute point because I got this huge pile, and then these high winds came along this afternoon and just put it right back where it was.
Just put it.
Got a good workout though.
That's funny.
Hi everybody. Yeah, yeah, got a workout.
Okay, Circle K has one of those weighted blankets. It's It's like being crushed to sleep. Okay, but you like it. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out where to put the laptop. There we go. Good enough.
Yeah, I've never had a laptop. I've always had towers and
Yeah.
that's it, you know. Just I'm too cheap to buy a laptop. They're so expensive.
I gave in a few years ago. I had 4 computers in the basement with
Yeah.
printers and all these routers and all kinds of stuff, and I just kept it simple and went with a laptop and one of those large screen monitors
Hmm.
for doing CAD CAM, you know. And we hardly ever use it. Waste of money.
Yeah.
But space saver. I'm all for a laptop.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I buy them because they're cheap. I go to the used store, buy a
Yeah.
tower from, they use them in offices and then they upgrade, so they'll get rid of them all.
Hmm.
They're about $150, so it's really cheap, you know.
Yeah.
And then if I want to upgrade anything, I can put in a video card or a sound card or something. But I haven't had to do any of that to this. So, hey, Grande.
Well, what have you been up to today?
Just shopping. That's about it. Shopping and sleeping.
Well, there you go. Sleeping's good. You need to
Yeah,
sleep.
I've been doing too much of it though. Me and Desert Rose were discussing how tired we've been lately,
Yeah.
and it's been prevalent across everywhere I go. Hey, Grandpa Brian.
I think everybody. Hey, Brian, Rose. I think everybody's kind of worn out. I'm not
Yeah,
sure why, but
yeah, like there's the burnout, of course, of what's going on around us, but this is different, as
yeah,
Desert Rose says. This feels different.
yeah. I don't know
Like
about you guys, but a couple nights now, I've gotten that buzzing. Like the what do you call it when you hear that tone?
tinnitus.
Yeah, tinnitus. Thank you. And
Mhm.
I've been checked out for it, tested for it, and they say I don't have it.
No, you don't.
So I just figured it's an ascension system.
Yeah,
Is
It happens to me too.
But
A lot of
now
people will get
I
that.
do get it before a download. Before
Yeah.
yeah, before I have like a vision or I
Hmm.
get messages sometimes from my team.
Yeah.
So I'll get that once in a while, and it's almost like incoming.
Nice.
But sometimes I don't. So I kind of wonder if it's the frequencies of the Earth doing something with my chemistry.
Well, as I was saying last night, I can sit like just here, put my head here, and I have a window beside me, and there's
Yeah.
two tones. There's two different tones from here to here,
Uh huh.
and that's because there's a cell tower just off in
Yeah.
that direction.
How close is that tower to you?
Well, it's on top of an apartment building. It's about 3/4 of a mile away.
Is it 5G?
Uh, hard to say. Hard to say. There's not a lot of 5G out there. Not a lot of actual
Yeah.
5G. They say, like, my phone claims there's 5G sources coming up, but a lot of those are proprietary names, not really 5G. 5G needs a carrier of 4G or 3G to carry it any
Hmm.
further than 500 meters. So I don't know if they're installing them, I think, in lampposts and light uh, uh, things like that down low on street level,
Yeah.
because they have such a short range. Putting them on a tower, they're trying to extend the distance using 4 and 3G to try to get it to tunnel through buildings and metals and stuff. But I don't know how much success they're having with that. Like the
Well,
amount of power they'd have to use to do could be, beyond what they're putting in or able to put in.
yeah. Rose said her ears are ringing too.
Yeah.
So see, there's a bunch of people having this, and it's been going on now for a couple weeks, really. And I mean, it's off and on
Yeah.
over the past year, but it's been really intense for the past couple weeks.
Hmm.
It cuts in and out, and I've learned to ignore it to the extent possible. When it gets really loud, though,
Yeah.
it's like and people will say, "What are you hearing?" We don't hear what you're hearing, and I'm hearing this really loud beep, you know. So
Yeah.
I was wondering if I had that.
A lot of different sounds recently. Today, I was just dragging my ass around, like and walking is just second nature to me. I don't find it tiring ever, and I had to force myself. And that's not,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Huh. Because I know you like nature. I know you like being outside. I love
yeah,
your walks that you do with us.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can't do that right now because there's too many homeless. Unfortunately, they're taking up residence in all the wooded areas.
Oh, you're kidding.
No,
That bad?
yeah, yeah. It's
Oh.
really bad.
Is it because they lost jobs because of the you know what?
It's a lot of things. Recently, people have been losing their houses because they increased the interest rate. So they're, and at the beginning of the pandemic, there was a lot of families out on the street from lost jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It comes in waves when they implement these new policies and stuff that help destroy our lives.
Uh-huh. You think?
Yeah. So,
You know, though, it's an across the board domino effect. It's like somebody hit a light switch and oil went up, gas went up, groceries went up, your dental care, your healthcare bills went up, your everything just went up, and yet the salary increases did not for most
yeah.
people.
Well, remember when they crashed that ship into the canal? I
Yeah,
think it was the Panama, and they made sure that stopped shipping for a couple weeks. That was the beginning.
yeah.
We can go back even further than that to before the pandemic, when they were dumping billions of dollars into the banks every night, just to keep them afloat, because they're operating on fractional reserve lending, which means you have to make up a bunch of fake money. So it was pretty
Why not
much
everything else is fake?
yeah. Hey, Tim West.
Hey,
Here's the
Lori,
Suez. Thank you.
pure love.
Yeah. So there's so many factors that they really put into this. Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, yeah. You get
What's
to
the
wait for your remote viewing show again tonight after Roberts?
Yeah, yep. If I'm still awake.
Yeah, if you don't feel like it, don't push yourself, you know?
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I was listening to dancers to a discordant system when this was randomly recommended. Interesting. Hi, Andrew. Nice to see you. We're talking about anything and everything. Right now, we're on people being tired. What might be the
Yeah,
cause?
people dragging their butts.
Yeah. You've been dragging your butt there, Andrew?
Not Lori. She's been working all day on
Really?
creating videos. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I thought some people.
She gets on fire. She gets set on fire, and
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and she could go for 6 hours on this stuff. And
Yeah, I get into a project and there's no
uh-huh.
stopping me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yep.
Yeah, all their little toys require a huge bandwidth to operate. Haven't quite made it there yet. Yeah. They are working on it steadily. They've put out the technology before they really know what to do with it. I think that somebody made promises of 5G and couldn't deliver.
Can deliver. Yeah.
Yeah. They're apparently up to 6G in China, but I have doubts of that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they could put up the emitters, but can they power them? Are they any use? That's
Yeah.
are they any use as a communication system? Probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe as a control system, but
I meant to ask you, have you done any kind of, when you do your mud fossil studies and when you're doing your aerial photos that you show us of things and you see the dragons and you see snakes, have you done anything like that over the coast of Ireland or over the lands of Ireland? Because I had some visions the other night and I saw some interesting shapes. They have a
okay.
lot of rolling hills and mountains, small
Yeah.
mountains that
No,
look
I've never, I've
almost permanent.
never, I've never looked at Ireland that much. Give me a
I
second here.
just saw some formations that I thought, oh, I wonder if John would like this, because
Well,
there were definitely a couple that looked more organic to me than rock formations,
okay.
in
Let's
my
see what
mind's
we
eye,
got here.
anyway. I've never been there. I'd love to go there physically. I was having visions of it, and a couple things caught my eye, and I'm like, I wonder. Just do like an aerial view of certain areas, you know.
Here's where I live.
That
Next to
actually
Michigan
kind
there.
of reminded me of that coastline. You go to South Ireland and go to an aerial view of do an aerial view of County Cork, Ireland.
County Cork.
It'll be on the coast, the southern tip. It'll be
Where
on
are
the
we here?
coast.
Cork, right there.
Yep.
Okay, let's go into Cork here. Beautiful cathedral.
Yeah, they have some megalithic remains there. They have that Druid circle, you know, the Druid altar. They have a few in Ireland, but the coastline is kind of interesting the way it's shaped. And some of those hills, the
Uh-huh.
way they're shaped, they go way back in time, you know?
I'm seeing some holes.
Uh-huh.
Always looking for holes with mud fossils. So
Yep.
there's holes up here. I don't know what we're seeing though. We've got some lines, some congruent lines going across this terrain here.
Yep.
Could be
Yeah.
feathers. Could be skin.
There you go. That looks like a claw to me.
Like a claw?
That whole shape, each one of those is a toe.
Like a bear paw.
Yeah, something like that.
Looks like a bear paw. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, we got kind of might have a thumb type thing. Let's go in and see what this landscape actually looks like.
Yeah, I thought you'd like to take a look at it. And when you see some of that topography, you're going to go, wait a minute. And I'm like, this is a John thing.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So this is biology, definitely.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, that's neat. So we have a ridge. Yeah. I'm betting this is... Oh, interesting. Okay, so we've got... I'm saying... Oh, this is hard.
Mm-hmm.
It is biology, though. This is either skin, feathers, or scales.
I got the feeling of scales, and if you move around different parts of Ireland, you're seeing it all over. So to me,
fish scales, dragon scales, serpent scales. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Do you know what a leviathan
Crocodile.
is?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if it was some type of giant sea creature.
Okay. Well, that part there looked like crocodile skin.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Right there. That looks like crocodile. It doesn't compare. It's different than the scales on the Moroccan dragon.
I'm going to go full screen here so I can see it better. There we go. Ah, yeah, it's better.
Let's see, what are we seeing here?
Yeah, Lori, Ireland is gorgeous.
Yeah.
But this is what's underneath the surface. I mean, well, it's not underneath the surface, but you don't notice it when you're taking in the big picture and you're on the ground level.
Yeah.
Which was the view that I was getting, but then when I went to a higher view in my vision, I saw more. So today I went ahead and brought up what you're doing, and I zoomed in, and I'm like, oh my God.
Huh.
I just wanted to know what you'd think of it.
Well, I think it's neat. I can't figure out what it is, though. Let's look at the whole thing. Yeah, it's so decayed. That's what I was saying the other. Oh, hold on. What do we got?
Desert Rose is like, what are we looking for? I just happened to notice the topography of Ireland said mud fossil to me, and and there were shapes that looked like giant animal shapes. And I've seen John do this with a number of places around the world, but I've never known him to go into Ireland and look at it. But the geology there would suggest to me in certain locations that there might actually be mud fossils that we're looking at, especially right there. See?
Yeah.
I just don't know enough about the ancient tales to know if there would be any known character, that we should be looking for in that part of the world.
Well, they do often write like stories that match the landscape of the landscape.
See, that looks like an eye that your pointer's on.
It does. That's why I focused in on it.
Uh-huh.
And right beside a strange lake with no discernible they've blacked it out, or if it's that black, I don't know.
Yeah.
Looks like they blacked it out. You can see the writing on it. So they don't want you looking in there.
Probably not.
Yeah, I bet you're right. I'm thinking some type of a sea creature.
That's what I was
the
thinking.
scales are not they're not fish like the fish
Mm-hmm.
in the desert, and they're not like the they're more crocodilian, I would say.
Does anybody know from old biblical text what the Leviathan was supposed to be? Was it a whale, or was it like a serpent?
The description it gives is it has a barbed tail, and there's a lot of correlation between that and the amygdala in our brain, which also has a barbed tail. But it was a sea creature. They don't really give much of a description.
Let's think if I can pull up. Hang on just a second.
But the problem is here is I can't find.
A while ago.
I can't find a head. If I could find a head somewhere, that would be helpful, or some type of a distinguishable body part.
Okay, here we go. In their mythology, the Olifest, O-I-L, like oil.
Okay.
L-I, so O-I-L-L-I, P-H-E-I-S-T. Olifest, maybe? P-H-E.
Yeah.
Olifest.
I've heard that name before.
Giant, fabulous beast worm on the reptile, from the reptile family. A sea serpent-like monster in Irish mythology and folklore. These monsters were believed to inhabit many lakes and rivers in Ireland, and there are many legends of saints and heroes who were fighting them. Okay. So that backs up the sea creature.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cryptic creatures of Ireland's waters. Here we go.
Yeah, that does match the skin texture of that, whatever it is.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Well, they've got their mermaids called the Merrow.
Okay.
Half fish, half women. Gee, I'm glad to say I don't have any incarnation memories of being a mermaid.
I don't know. Is that, which kind of mermaid are you? The fish top or the fish bottom?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like I see the sense of the fish top, because then the bottom half is functional, but and then you have to kiss this fish head. But, if you've got a fish bottom and a human top, well, the biology just doesn't work. You got to drop some eggs, and then you got to go off and seminate those eggs. There's no actual, hanky-panky going on there.
Here's another one. Similar to the shape-shifting kelpie of the Scottish and Irish lake lore, they have in Ireland called an Each Yuish, EACH-UISCE. Each Yuish, and it is the form of a horse, a giant horse. The sightings have described it as an enormous dark bird, a handsome man with hooves, and seaweed in his hair. That sounds like some people I know in DC.
So again, like a sea creature. That's
Yeah, it's another sea creature. See,
hmm,
fiery temper. In its equine form, it should only be ridden when absolutely necessary and always on the interior of land. But they had a giant one, and another sea beast here known as a king otter. Now, get this, a giant otter.
well, there were giant beaver, giant sloths, and giant
Yeah,
bears in North America
Dobar
12,000 years ago.
Dobar Chu, Dobhar hyphen CHU.
Giant
It's
sea otter.
a gargantuous beast said to have once lurked beneath the surface of Glenade Lake.
Well, that's terrifying because they're adorable, you
Uh huh.
know. And being giant and adorable, that's even worse because they'd eat
Yeah.
you.
They
But yeah,
call it, let's see, it translates to the English term water hound.
hmm, yeah, they're like ferrets of the sea,
Uh
right?
huh.
So you got a badger on the land, you got otters in the sea. They're fast and twisty, just like a badger, you know. So you're fighting a sea badger. It's,
In 1722, a headstone marks the burial site of a Grace Connolly, Connolly,
uh-huh.
a woman of Ireland who became a tragic victim of the king otter while washing her clothes on the shore of the lake one morning. So it's Glen Glenade Lake. I think that's in the south too.
Okay, remember that name for me, Gleneagles Lake. We'll go take a look at it. But this is interesting. Skin.
Like Grenade, only Glenade. Let's see. The story goes that after several hours of her absence, her husband Terence grew concerned and made for the lakefront on horseback to find her. Upon his arrival, he found not only the savaged body of his wife, but the massive Dobharchu that had killed her, asleep beside the water. Mad with grief, he stabbed the beast with his sword, and as it died, Dobharchu gave an ear-piercing shriek, which caused the waters of the lake to begin to ripple. In mere moments, a second Dobharchu, said to be the mate of the first, burst forth from the water, intent on avenging its mate, just as Terence had Grace. After a long and bloody battle, he succeeded in slaying the second Dobharchu, and it's thought today that the creature's famous appearance has been fossilized in some of the surrounding lands.
Hmm. Okay. If you
Now
look at the
that I
screen,
didn't
doesn't that
know.
look like whale skin, kind of?
Yeah, it's porous like it.
Tough looking. Okay, what was
It
the name of
does look
that
like
lake?
skin, you know. If you take a piece of your own scalp,
Yeah.
put it
Oh,
under a
yeah.
microscope, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yep. Look at this right here. That's just amazing. Huh. Okay, what was the name of that lake again? It was Lake Grenade?
Glenade. Instead of grenade, it's Glenade.
Grenade Lake.
Glenade. Yeah.
Okay, we'll type that in.
They just have so much lore about their surrounding. I could see why. They're surrounded by sea. They are an island. So I could see why they have so many.
Grenade Lake. Okay.
Glenade. There it is. Now see all that
Oh, yeah.
mountain green. You see that?
Yeah.
Now do you see a horse's head in there?
A little bit. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
There he is.
what's this down here? So we'll have place the midriff around that area.
Yeah.
Almost looks like an elephant too, though. Look at this part coming off here.
Well, the skin kind of does remind you of an elephant.
Yeah,
Oh, you mean the trunk? You're looking at
yeah,
these shape? Yeah.
and it's got a hump.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what's going on here, but that
I
does
mean, I
look
don't
like
know what a
that looks leg-like right there.
I don't know what a giant otter would look like, but
Well, I guess it'd be long, and that could be the giant otter because it would have to flow out, right, after it died. And we seem to have over here like a high ridge, probably denoting the backbone of them. Oh, yeah, yeah. What do we got here? Could be vertebrae along here. That's, yeah, it looks like wow, that's blood.
Yeah.
His red patches are definitely bloody.
Uh-huh. Doesn't that look like a snout with teeth? Just because the pattern of the
Yeah, yeah.
kind of, here's your crocodile shape. But no, it goes, yeah, it bends more. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, okay. So an otter would be long and thin. So
Mm.
this entire ridge section here is probably the otter. This entire ridge section.
Yep.
And this stuff that's flown out in this direction is probably all his innards. And there's a horse hoof right there. There's your horse hoof. There's one hoof, there's the other.
I just swallowed part of an ice cube.
That looks like a horse hoof. Let's see. What do we have on the other side? A bog. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. That's some interesting biology, though. I like it. I don't know exactly what it is. Very cool. I can see some shapes in there, though. That's neat. Is that part of the... See how there's a lot of these bent structures here. There's a lot of these 45s. I saw a couple others over here. Huh.
Yeah, I just got this feeling. I was looking at mud fossils, but I couldn't quite figure out. So I started looking into their legends, and they got tons of these.
It does look like the landscape is just littered, especially in this area, because you can see all of these raised areas are probably mud fossils.
Yep. So I've given you some homework for the future, huh?
Yeah.
The Scottish Isles aren't all that different. They have lores and legend too, but I haven't seen their topography. Today I was looking at this and I was just like, wow.
Huh.
I was looking for dragons. Couldn't find any dragons.
No.
But they're really into their sea monsters. Another
cold
one
there?
here. Let's see, it's right.
This is different.
Man, I've never choked on an ice cube before. That didn't go
Oh,
down.
an ice
so
cube.
well. Yeah, it hurt. It's like swallowing a
geez.
pretzel.
That's actually an effect of EMF. Difficulty swallowing can be one of the effects of it.
Oh, great. All right, there's
Yeah,
an
it's a
area
way to choke
called-
people to death.
Go to an area called Muckross Lake. Muckross. Muckross. Muckross Lake. It's known as Middle Lake.
Muckross Lake.
Uh-huh. It's Ireland's deepest lake, located in Killarney National Park in County Kerry, Ireland.
Okay, here we are at Muckross Lake. You can see the bottom of it, though. They're actually showing you some of it.
Oh, they are? The bottom?
A little bit. The
Let me,
edges here.
zoom on this again. Okay, let's see.
Muckross Lake.
Okay. Right now it's got a lot of salmon in it. Okay. Champ of Lake. Okay, unlike stories relating to other lake monsters such as Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster in
Uh-huh.
Scotland, or Champ of Lake Champion, the first records of Mucky.
Mm-hmm.
So this dude is
Mucky.
called Mucky. The Muckross Lake Monster. Um, it got a lot of hype in 2003 when a group of scientists from a conservation group were running a series of sonar scans to determine which fish populations were native to the
Hey,
Muckross
Jagger.
waters. So they discovered something highly unorthodox, and they found this creature. Let's see. Uh, some type of very long, 260-foot long sea creature. They
I
don't
like
know.
that they're giving a size, because with the other stories they don't give you a size. Like
Yeah,
the
they
people
don't.
could have been giants,
Yeah, right.
and
Well, 260-foot long is pretty darn long.
that's pretty big.
Size of a ship, isn't it?
Yeah, many ships. Yeah.
So there's a photograph showing a mysterious object rising out of the water. It was taken in 1981. Possibly a fin, possibly some kind of flipper.
So a Nessie.
So when they looked into the history of the area and went further back in time, the scientists found that Killarney and MacGillicuddy area had in fact been home to a legend for the gargantuan sea serpent. Aha, it's a serpent. That's a damn long serpent.
Yeah. Well, the ones that they used to draw on maps were bigger than ships. They
Okay.
were creatures that they landed on and walked on.
Okay, here you go, John. One of the highest points in the MacGillicuddy Reek, they call it the Reeks, which are the mountain ranges around that lake, has always been known as Knock na Paste, or the Peak of the Serpent.
Not the beast. Okay.
So if you go to MacGillicuddy, MacGillicuddy, MacGillicuddy Reeks Mountain. The highest point on that mountain is known as the Peak of the Serpent. And all of the lakes are actually part of the body of the serpent that have hollowed out. Huh.
Gillicuddy's Reeks.
Yeah. See if you see any serpent-like shape in there.
Skin texture, definitely. Look at the lines running in a horizontal direction. Yeah.
They're not giving you an idea of the height, are they?
No. See, right now we're at 2 kilometers out. So, 2 kilometers is a small section, so like a couple of these farms.
See if you see the name Peak of the Serpent or Knock na Paste. CNOCNAPEISTE. Are they going by Irish
Spell that
names?
one again. NAC.
Hang on.
Paste.
Yeah, C is in Kathy, NOC.
Hold on. Come on, stop that.
CNOC, and then there's a space, NA.
C space NA.
And then another space, and I guess this means peak. PEISTE. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
See if they hone in on that, because that's the highest, and they see the peak. They call it the serpent's head, peak of the serpent.
Neat. Let's look at the pictures here for a sec.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
Looks like a volcano, but I don't think it is. But
Yeah.
okay, that's quite a waterfall there.
Yeah. You think? Jeez.
Oh wow,
Wow,
that
wow,
is really
wow.
vertical.
Ooh, neat.
Okay.
That's the highest point, and they call that the peak of the serpent. Well, thanks for looking at this because I was curious. I'm just like intuition just told me there's something more here than meets the eye.
Okay.
You know. There you go.
Well, that's neat. Showing some layering there.
Uh huh.
What I don't know. But, okay.
Oh, so if that's whoa, what's that?
Some I don't know. It could be a burial mound. Could be a marker. Just a
Wow.
marker. Oh, there we go.
You getting that snake feeling yet?
Well, let's
I'm
see.
like,
Those are pretty sharp looking rocks.
mm-hmm.
Felspar, maybe. Oops. Which would be a skin
Ooh,
rock.
an
Does look like
image just
felspar.
flashed just now. It looked like
Hmm?
an image just flashed before you landed on this one.
Could yeah, you see a lot of. It looks like there's a lot of geography to this. So serpent. Take a look. There were a lot of serpents in the past, so that's just.
Yeah.
They think coming to the idea that serpents were probably the first creatures here, born from the dragon, and everything else came after. Serpents probably ruled us. Dragons probably ruled us in the past. It's
Yeah.
kind of the predominant theory, at least so far for me.
Well, something reminded me of. You remember those pictures I had sent you of down in Arizona, where I
Hmm.
thought they looked like worms,
Yeah.
giant worms. I was
Hmm.
getting that feeling from like either dragons, worms, snakes, but
I see a
Ireland.
koala face over here. Kind of look like a koala face right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a serpent. That's interesting.
Yeah,
It's
well, I don't know enough to know what I'm looking at, so that's why I brought it to you. I'm like, something
yeah,
feels.
it's severely decayed, so it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to tell. Oh, there's some good stuff.
Well, let's not forget that island was pushed up, you know, from the sea and formulated a long, long time ago.
Mm,
So it's bound to have sea fossils.
that's cool. But I like how we still have the stories of the
Yeah,
landscape, because a lot of those stories do contain the truth about what was there at one time. Doesn't look like it now, but I couldn't imagine after the flood walking around, and you would just see all these bodies everywhere
yeah.
decaying. It must
Mm-hmm.
have smelt like
Blech.
hell, you know.
But now they've got some of the most fertile soil in the world for planting. Their
Yeah,
vegetation. I thought Maryland was lush and green where I live. That.
yeah. Plants love blood. Um, so the iron oxide from the blood uh, solidifies, and they just love it.
Yeah, because I mean, you usually don't, or at least in my area on the East Coast, we usually don't get into agricultural areas until we're like an hour away from the shoreline because everything around the oceanfront area is all sand. There's just not a lot of heavy vegetation until you go central into Maryland.
Yeah.
But Ireland, it's like nothing but green everywhere you go, and the water is as blue can be, or blue green. And so something has to be, causing that ability to have that kind of vegetation. But
I don't
then
know
you've
what.
got these mountain ranges that stick up that look old and they look like human skin.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look around Ireland and see if I can find anything like solid that's still recognizable. A lot of the mud fossils, unfortunately, are so decayed they're just unrecognizable now as what they were at
I
one
wonder.
time.
I just wonder.
That's an interesting one.
I'm going to type in something. Mud fossil.
See, now that to me would look like, you were showing me your worms. These shapes are kind of similar. This shape here, just a long tube, but you can see maybe there was some intestine or something in this area. I don't know. That's
Oh, wow. So,
sunk in differently. Source of the Koran River. Oh my God. So yeah, there's definitely a biology uh, going on here. We even have a odd urinary tract color, it looks like, of the water, because the waters come in different colors, denoting different biology. Yep, that's well, that is neat. So there's some of the flesh is peeled open here. It looks like.
well, shoot, that's a YouTube video. That doesn't help.
So that's something that was big that its stomach burst open. I don't know what it was, but you can see
Yeah.
where the stomach is, and you can see that it. Oh, maybe there's some detail. Maybe we can get some tail detail down here. Oh, that's
Whoa.
works of man.
Yep.
Ancient works of man here.
They got plenty of that.
I was hoping to see whether it was like a feathery
Mm-hmm.
type at the end, but that's all work
Right.
by us. That's a neat area, though. I wonder if they've done any geology around there. Or wow, what is that? Those are weird shapes.
Those look like a society or a community, an old megalith community where they have the rows of dwellings and the common square.
That's what it kind of looks like, but
Where's
these
Laird
all seem
Scranton when
like
you want him?
raised platforms. These look like more like raised platforms
Uh-huh.
when you zoom in on them. They don't really look like walls, unless they're just really, really thick walls. It could be. Who knows how tall
Almost
the
looks
structure
deliberately
was.
carved, though.
Yeah, it could be carved out of the landscape. It does have that kind of feel to it. Like it doesn't.
They have so many megalithic sites in
Yeah.
Ireland.
What if that's an ancient machine, even, or the imprint of a ancient machine or technology of some sort? I don't know.
Have to
Definitely.
snap a picture of that and send it to Laird Scranton. He probably could tell you all about it.
Yeah, even these, like these, what you would think would be houses, but they're odd shapes. Those look more like walls, definitely, in this area. But over here, they're totally different.
Yeah.
Huh. Did you pop in, Giant? No? Okay. Really strange stuff here.
Yeah. I'm going to do some more looking into it. Here's some, they have some buried round towers that they're saying are probably mud fossils. They look like tombs, like little
Oh
dome
yeah.
shaped. Yep.
Do you have an image? This goes on and on too.
Well, this is a YouTube video, so it's not a. What I'll do is I'll watch the video and snap a couple stills and send them to you, but or send you
See,
the link to the video.
that looks carved out of the landscape, and yeah,
Yeah.
very strange.
But my question is what are they carving into?
Yeah, yeah. That was the beginning of the question. I was
To
looking
me,
at
it just felt.
the
To
end of
me, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
this
had
this
that
area
feel.
here, I think, is where the stomach and intestine area was, of whatever this was. And I think this looks like an otter head to me, but
Where?
right here,
Ah,
that looks like an otter head to me. You can even see an
yeah.
eye indentation here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is there a hole? Let's look for holes. There's holes. I see a hole. Lots of
It's just
greenery around it.
they have a
So,
lot of
yep.
holes and a lot of red in these formations, and I'm like, what the hell?
So we found a hole. Holes are important to find. Let's see what we find up at the end, where there should be a mouth region. Just a bunch of stuff splayed out, so that makes sense. Yeah, that could be a head of something. Could be an otter. Long enough, thin enough. It's longer, I would say, than an otter.
Are you familiar with
How long that is.
Tyson's mud fossil?
Yep, I do watch them.
Okay. So that's that whole piece there that you're showing
Yep.
has that feeling of some of his where they carved into the sides of it. It just gave me that feeling.
Okay.
But anyway, it was just a
Yeah.
hunch. I just wanted you to see it because I was like, it just came up. And this was remote viewing. This didn't have anything to do with actual seeing photos or anything. It's what I saw last night.
And that looks like a gash mark in it. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if that's following the story. I don't know. Could be a gash mark there too. That could be, I don't know. It's neat.
Well, I just tossed you something to look into for the future because I think there's something there.
Yeah, stories of Ireland. Yeah.
Uh-huh. But maybe not. I just you only get so many flashes when you're having a vision like that, and
Yeah.
you get bits and pieces. And I didn't have a lot of time today, but I did jump on a little while ago and look.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna send you an email. And then I saw you live, and yeah.
Did you send those pictures? I can check my email now.
No, you want me to send them?
Sure. I'll have a look at them. Oh, thank you for getting the bot. Did you get the bot, somebody? My private photo. Are you doing better, James? Awesome.
Oh shoot, I lost the.
Yeah, it was windy here tonight too. We had 80-kilometer winds. Hi, Lavender. How you doing? Hey, Steve-O. Hey, Musgrave. I think I said hi to you before.
Sister Jeannie out there? Hey, Jeannie.
Sound off if I missed you.
I'm going to try to snap these pictures. Come on, come back.
Yep, Mr. Furry's right here beside me.
having a hard time getting it to bring the pictures up. As soon as they do, I'll screen snap. Well, that's weird.
For those of you who haven't seen dragons,
Hey, maybe if I send you the link, you'll be able to
Sure.
bring it up, because I'm having a hard time bringing it up.
yeah, just give that a shot.
Hang on a second.
There's a dragon head for you. There's one dragon. There's another dragon. This one's smaller than the North American one, though.
Okay. Now if I go to your chat room,
Private chat?
want me to go to private chat?
Oh, either or. Okay.
Okay.
Whichever way you want.
That's right. I'm here to private chat. I'll do right here. Hang on a second.
Yeah, the other day Brian had, I think it was David Knoll on, and they were doing a story about a dragon with that had man's legs as well. This is mirrored in the Moroccan dragon. He has man's legs as well. We can see down here, these are the calves of the dragon down here in Morocco. And I always thought it was interesting that the story is repeated in North America, amongst the North American Indians, of a dragon with man's legs. It's kind of interesting to me.
Man, what an address. These people think they're going to break into Fort Knox. You know, they have such long URLs.
Well, I know some of them won't even post. You can't post them in chat. There we go.
Now, that's the YouTube channel that has all the pictures of it. But
Okay.
you're probably okay if you have fair use, if you bring it up.
Well, yeah, it's a topic we're discussing, so it's
Yeah.
okay under fair use, and we'll be talking over it. It's not like we're going to republish it and make a bundle of money or anything.
So they have different segments where they're showing buried Ireland, what's buried, the burial mounds, round towers, is there evidence, how deep they are, and
Round towers, I like
blood
that.
fossils.
Okay, so we've got nothing showing so far.
Stone in the water.
They're not showing anything?
A couple
No.
of questions that
So that's what
Yes.
was happening to mine.
There's no images at all throughout the entire video.
First question
That's
is
crazy.
on the topic of round towers. So round
Yeah,
towers.
it's all
was
just white
posted
screen.
8 months ago.
and
White
my
screen.
aunt put forward the
Do
I was
you
hoping to
think,
see some images. Well, let's go to his
would have trace
yeah.
let's go to
DNA.
his channel here.
Because it shows the thumbnail and it shows the burial mounds. That's the only image on there? I thought it was my phone doing that. That's why I sent it to you. Okay. That's freaking weird.
Round towers. Here we go. Looks like we have some images here. And it's the same thing.
Here, This Irish Life.
Interesting.
Today I'm going to do a short.
Same thing. Let's see.
You think somebody's trying to keep him?
I don't know. Let's just try another video or a different video. No, that one seems to have. Yeah, that one has
All right, here we go.
images.
Posing
Hmm.
in many of my earlier videos as well.
Well,
I
you
talk
know,
about the avatars, I talk about the technology that could have
round towers.
existed, and I link the stories of the gods of old in with
Buried round
artificial
towers, right?
intelligence view.
Yeah.
So super technology rather than superpowers. But you wouldn't know that they were robots unless you actually look inside their head. They have a little pearl in their head,
Huh.
which is
Okay, there's his round towers of Ireland. So no other buried round towers. Ley lines and Irish round towers. Dr. George Cunningham on round towers. Okay. There we go. Let's try this one.
Eggs? For lunch?
Yeah, I eat them all the time. They're easy.
That's weird.
That's interesting because I found
You're
two
weird.
more
I went to the rodeo one time.
sites here to talk about mud fossils of
Eggs for
Ireland, and
lunch
they're
isn't
blanked
weird.
out as
You're
well.
weird for thinking it's weird.
Huh. Maybe they're erasing the history or the record.
All over Ireland. This one at St. Kevin's in
Well, they'll have to bring out the guillotines to
1,000 years
completely
old,
get rid of it.
about 100
So,
foot in height. You look, you'll see a doorway down there, a little higher than it should be.
Wait, what is it that
Serves
they
a
don't want
purpose.
us to know is what I
So
wanted.
if
You know,
going
what's the
under
big
attack,
deal?
especially by Vikings, you could climb
yeah,
into that
well,
doorway
they don't want us to know
with
our
all your
real
valuables,
history.
and then there'd be a rope ladder. You'd haul it up,
People
and then you go
without
all
their
the way
true
up to the
history are
top.
lost, right?
keep yourself safe
That's the
from the
saying.
enemy. It's
So
also
we
used
are
in
kind
a
of a
way
lost people.
like a
in a
minaret,
way.
a bell tower, a campanile.
We don't know our true
And
history.
finally, when monks
Well, we have
or
glimpses of
pilgrims
it.
are traveling
we
around,
piece it
they
together
need
as
to
best
find a
we
way to the
can.
monastery, and they
But,
don't have a sat nav.
you know, they have the
Well,
actual
look out for
record,
the
and they
tower.
could just tell us.
Once you see the
But,
tower, you know you're on the way to the place you want to
They
be.
want to control
So
our
these round
beliefs.
towers have a number
Yeah.
of purposes,
That's what it
and
is.
this one is here at Glendalough,
As the CIA
former St.
director said,
Kevin's
our
Abbey,
job will be complete once
County
everything the
Wicklow
American
in
public
Ireland.
believes is a lie. I don't know
Right.
why they want to do that. Well, it is for control, but, you know, for a normal thinking human being, why would you want to do that? It's just stupid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it looks like they are kind of, that one wasn't buried or anything. So,
Man, what they've done here on this article for the mud fossils of Ireland, they talk about them and then they've taken all the photos out. Native ceremonial
Wow.
stoneworks, Great Ireland, mud fossils.
Hmm.
Giants, okay, and evidence of Atlantis in Ireland and England, right?
mhm.
And so all they have is the text. There's no images.
Is
So
that,
some science, maybe some science ministry of
yeah,
Great Britain
maybe
is not
there's too much
allowing it.
left of it. Maybe there's too much of the structure left, and we can figure out what it's for. Or they're afraid that we might.
Well,
There's
that
I saw one
bites.
video. Hey,
That just bites.
yeah.
You know, I mean, damn.
Now you have a quest. Find those buried
Yeah.
round towers.
I'm going to find them. Not tonight, but I'm going to find them.
Mm-hmm.
When I do, I'll send you the links.
Yeah, you have 14 tickets to the Powerball. Nice.
See, here
Drinks
we
are on
go.
Desert Rose.
Here's one, for example. Mud fossils, Big Island fish, right? Bull
Okay.
and crocodile. Septarian nodule from the cliffs of Moher in Ireland. So if you look at the cliffs of Moher in Ireland, they're claiming they have mud fossils in those cliffs. But then when you go to click on it, oh, wow. Hang on a minute.
Who in the chat are big into fish or fishing? I want some of your expertise, anybody who is. Okay. Launch.
Oh, they found dragons in Russia, huh?
Probably.
See here? They got the links for the mud fossils of dragons in Russia. They've got the links for, and they took out the one for Ireland. See, something's going on there. They don't want anybody saying that they have mud fossils. I mean, why? Is that a problem? Because you have mud fossils?
I guess so.
I guess so.
There we go.
Anyway,
Okay.
When I find
So,
more, I'll send you
I'm
more.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking for anybody who's into fish or a fisherman. What we have here, apparently, is a fish in the desert. We'll go in, we'll look at his scales. You can see some of them at the moment, some of the larger ones. Okay. So here we have what's supposed to be a fish. Now I've rotated this upside down so that it's in a different orientation than like South Africa is to the north. Now along this fish there are fins. You can see.
Yeah.
Um, they go up along the back, and following my cursor, I don't know if that is part of the fin or not. I'm sure that that's part of the tail fin there. That's the back of the fish running along this way up to here. Now what I'm wondering, and that looks like the mouth right there. I'm wondering if there are any, and I'll trace around his body as best I can. And is there anybody out there that knows fish and knows what kind of fish
Well,
it
I
might
fish,
be?
but not saltwater.
It's got a very, it looks like it's got a very long snout, maybe a smallmouth fish of some sort, but a very long snout, almost like a salmon. Let me check chat, see if anybody out there.
Well, yeah.
Fish, but scream a lot. I'm getting them off the hook. Okay. So we'll give that a minute. So
It
we'll
looks
zoom
like the
in
one
on
my
it.
brother caught in Canada, actually. The long-nosed gar, Gar,
Okay.
snout twice as long as the rest of the head in the adults. Found in lakes and sluggish pools and backwaters of small to large rivers. Found near
So
woody
somebody
debris.
thinks it looks like a gar.
Gar, yeah.
I could see that.
Long-nosed
Yeah,
gar.
garfish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have gar pike up here. They look like a crocodile snout on the front of them. It almost looks like a crocodile snout. Okay, yeah, garfish.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look up garfish. I want to see.
What it looks like.
Yeah, see some of the various. I guess there's various types. So
Whoa, they look like little
type
Loch Ness.
adhesive.
Wow.
Okay, images. Okay. Share our
Like a
images of the
swordfish and an
garfish.
alligator combined, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, I would want to get poked by that thing.
Yeah, there's one. See, they got like a crocodile snout on them.
Yeah.
See, it looked more like a small mouth, though, I thought. But there's different types of garfish here. Could be like something like that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. But the shape of the body definitely does match in the snout. Like, that's a really close match, like that one.
Ooh,
Big
look
fat
at that.
body on it.
That's called
Right?
an alligator gar.
Yeah, we've got those up here. The one I caught had a green snout and a brown body. It was a very young one. Not like that thing. Oh, she's got a pet.
Wow.
But yeah, garfish.
Look how
of some
long that
sort.
one is down below her in the middle picture.
Which,
On
this
the far
one?
right. No, on the far right hand. Okay, you got to go the opposite of me. Go to the far left. See where the lady looks like she has a leash around the fish?
Okay.
Yeah, now down underneath her. Look how long
okay,
that
yeah.
is. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Looks like an alligator without legs, eh?
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if they taste good.
I don't know.
Because I mean, that's a lot of meat.
Yeah,
If it's
that's like
any good.
that's a lot of fish steaks. That's for sure. Wow. Yeah, we didn't eat it. We released it and um, uh, called the government to tell them that we had seen one because we like to report the fish around here that we see if there's different fish.
Mm-hmm.
And they're supposed to be uh, natural around here, but there aren't that many. They're very rare. Okay, garpike. I like it.
Yeah, it's like a pike, right?
Yeah,
Northern pike is like really long like that, as tall as a person sometimes. And you have a lot of that in Canada because my brother just got back and they were fishing, um, and they were catching those pike like crazy,
yeah.
big ones.
So let's see, because that snout does look long like that. But I can't, it's hard to make anything out on it. But
Yeah.
that could be a bottom jaw there, the darker area. You see a kind of a separation there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That could be, I was looking at it more like this small area here was the mouth, but that could be one of the nostrils maybe. Interesting.
What's that hole up
Good
above?
idea.
Does that look like an adult and a small one, like two together?
Um,
No, maybe not.
where-
It looked
no.
like two to me. A big
Now
one.
there's this one up here with the
Right.
the reshat structure.
Uh huh.
Now that could be a smaller creature there. Hi, Max.
Max cat, kitty kitty.
I was thinking that could be like a squid or something. Looks like
Yeah.
a squid eye, you know, and the
Uh-huh.
shape of it. Maybe this is all the tentacles kind of splayed out all over the place. I don't
Yeah.
know, but kind of squid-like in my view.
With mud
Reshat,
fossils, John,
structure.
how do the fossils form if you've got like, okay, so tentacles don't really have bones, right? They're more of flesh material.
Yeah, but the theory goes that when the flood happened, it was hot, salty water, so everything got cooked and pickled, right?
Like boiled alive, huh?
Yeah, so you're cooked, pickled, and then dried out.
Is that what happened to the hearts too, and the livers and?
Yeah, like these
And
ones,
chocolate?
because these ones, ones that I find have a lot of color to them.
Mm-hmm.
And my theory on that is because I'm in a lake area, so the water would wash out to fresh water quicker. The salt water would probably invade the mud fossil longer in like the ocean, so it leaches out a lot more of the colors and elements and replaces them.
He's getting ready to munch down on that liver.
You want some of the heart? There you go.
Yum 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 yum.
We have images of Max licking that thing for some reason, just going to town on it.
It must be something. Do you clean them with the oil or anything?
Do I clean?
Do you
Oh,
clean
these?
your
No,
collection with oil or
Nope.
treat them with anything? Okay.
no. I've just polished them up. That's all. I'm good at polishing stuff. I do it for a living.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I work with fiberglass, so I polish stuff for a living.
Right. Yeah. Well, he likes the taste.
Nice meatball for you.
Oh wow! Look at that.
This one came out beautiful because you've got even the black
Wow.
where the blood was.
Yeah.
So I could probably drill into this and get a pure
I knew you were
sample,
going to say that.
a pure sample of blood, and have it tested, and see what
Yeah.
it would probably come out either goose or swan. That's the what I think is closest.
They can actually test that even though it's been
Yeah. If
preserved in
there's
fossil.
enough
Wow.
material left in it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what Roger did. He took one of the lungs and drilled into the bottom of it where there's a
Now
hole.
that I like the idea of drilling into as opposed to sawing in half,
Yeah, I'd like to saw this in half, and raw dog pendants is offered. I'd like to, but I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
To see the inside, like to see the structure inside, would be really cool. And if you cut it in half, you'd be able to see and show everybody. Yes, even though it looks exactly like a goose heart or a swan heart, has all of the signs of a goose or swan heart, has everything in the exact right position for a goose heart.
Yeah.
Proving it to some people is near impossible. I don't even know that cutting it in half for some people would really even prove it to them if you could show them all the chambers and everything.
Yeah.
Some people are just so resistant to
Close-minded or resistant.
different ideas. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that really, if I can point out every structure on a heart for you and match it with pictures, images, and you still have a problem accepting that, I don't know. I think it's your problem. Can you scan it? What's that? Oh, you guys are having you guys on about that?
Unaccepted living in left field.
Hey, how you doing?
That's a great handle.
Yeah.
Unacceptable living in left field. That's great.
I don't know if you mean the heart, Karen Lynn. I don't know. I guess you could. Yeah, you could X-ray it. That might work. I don't know where you could do that. Have to find an X-ray lab somewhere. Can you see the arterial lines and aorta, pulmonary? Okay, so I'll go over that for you. That's great. Give me a second here. I'm gonna cut you out. Okay, so here we have. Let's go with the aortas on the top there. About halfway down on one side, you'll find there is a side ventricle. There are the separations of the chambers. There's one of the separations. There is another one going along here. There is, on the back, is a tougher sheathing of skin that the heart pulses in and out on, like your palm. And it is goose heart shaped.
I'll be darned.
So, yeah.
Yep.
And this spider web feature, this where is it? Turn it the right way.
Get your
This
finger
feature here
Mm-hmm.
is on almost every heart I've seen. That Y type feature. It looks like a rune.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's on almost every one I've seen. So those are some of the features.
Well, aren't those the nerve endings that
That's part of the separation of the chambers. That's the
creates a spider effect like that? Okay.
Yeah. See how it's a big line?
Yeah.
It goes right around.
Oh, right.
Okay, and that separates two of the chambers, and then there's a separation along this way.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
GARS. Yeah, that's a good name. Let me add you back here.
Meat
There we
rock. Circle K.
Yeah. Well, this one looks like meat, definitely. That's just a big chunk of meat. You can even see the.
Yeah, that's right. See, Jeannie Griffin, she was a surgical technologist working in a heart surgery. So she could see these and spot these probably a mile away. Whereas I would walk over it and I wouldn't even see it, you know?
See, this one has all the same features. This one's probably a human heart. But here we have the arterial.
Mm-hmm.
On the side, one of the side ventricle. And for some reason, they cave in when they
Yep.
fossilize. So you'll end up with a caved-in area on the back
Yep.
and a three-sided pyramidal structure on top.
Yeah. See, now when you were teaching us that one night on your show, because I'd never seen any of this before, I spotted that. And when Chloe held hers up or showed us photos in the text box, I'm like, oh my God, you've got a heart.
I bet you everybody in
And
this chat and
now I
on the
know.
planet has picked up a rock shaped like this in their
Mhm.
lifetime.
Didn't even know what it was.
Yep. Because I know I have. Like, well, not this one in particular. Others, like when I was young.
Yeah.
I've picked up rocks that I have held in my hand, and they felt just like this one. They fit in my hand exactly the same, had all the exact same shapes.
You never knew what it was.
And I didn't know what it was.
Well, I've learned a lot from you, so I'm bound to figure it out the next time.
I've just learned a lot from other people, you know.
Yeah.
What, you know, Roger
Gotta
there.
figure it out, you know.
They had that. I featured that autodidactic. He had a guy on who was doing mud fossils too.
Hmm.
Great information from him. He's done intense study into it. He's gathered over 100 little mud fossil hearts of different sizes. You know, from
Yeah.
you know, all
Yeah.
kinds of different things.
Well, folks, I gotta go. I left all those dishes down there in the kitchen. I haven't even cleaned up after dinner yet. I wanted to hop on. Oh, John.
Well, thanks for coming up. I appreciate it.
No, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I love
I was
those
just
stories of
curious as
Ireland.
heck. Curious as heck. Yeah, I'm gonna do some more research and send you what I find.
Yeah,
If I find anything worth you looking into, you know, I don't want to waste your time.
but that one rock we found did kind of look like an otter, I would say. I
Yeah.
don't know. Or a snake, serpent of some sort.
Fascinating history there, you know.
Yeah.
So there's got to be something to it. I always find a little nugget of truth in sometimes in lore, you know.
Yeah.
So, all right, you all. See you later in Roberts. Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Can you kick me out because I don't
Oh.
have the.
Remove. I don't know if yeah. There you go. Had several echograms. You can see the blood and hear the whoosh. Yeah, my wife loves to hear that. She's had it done a few times, and she loves that sound. I like it too. I've heard my heart. They say you're not supposed to listen to it because it can alter how your heartbeat goes. Pike. I should know better than to eat pizza. I wonder if it's a pike. It could be a pike. Garfish. Garpike. Garpike fish? Well, they're all garpike, apparently. All right. Well, yeah, gar. I'm thinking gar. So that is pretty good. All right. I think I'm going to go. What time is it now? 8:38. Yeah. We'll see you again later tonight, maybe, for our class. Thank you for showing up. Remember to keep that third eye open. What's that? It does. It's a trick. I used to get my heart to go back to normal rhythm, and every now and then it skips and does a fast trip trying to catch up. Yeah, stay positive. It does matter. All right. Well, have a good night, guys. Much love. Keep the third eye open. We'll see you in class. Bye-bye.